So that there is none other than southwest beautiful Karri forest. We're down here in the Karri forest area, Pemberton, right through this whole region, down the Vass Highway, sort of from Augusta down really, down Vass. You got this beautiful thick area of Karri forest. It's known as the Karri Explorer. You do this sort of run through this area on sealed roads, not sealed roads. Got various campsites along the way through the Warren National Park. It goes down through D'Entrecasteaux, comes through parts of Shannon National Park, and it's mostly regrowth. Well, a lot of it is regrowth forest. A lot of it is untouched ancient Karri forest as well. You got Karri, Marri, Jarrah. There's blackbutt in around some of the Warren area. There's blackbutt around in there as well. Most of it follows along the Warren River. Obviously, there in the Warren National Park, that's all the Warren River. Some of it's on the Donnelly, and it sort of spreads out from down here right through. It heads sort of back north around the outskirts of Mandurah up there, and as far west and as far south right to the Indian Ocean, so down past Northcliffe, Windy Harbour. So we're starting off down here in a beautiful little homestead. This would have been built 50s, 60s I would say easily. Original homestead on a working farm. It's still working now. The avocado farms here, so this is all private property, and as you can see it's right on the edge of this Karri forest. We've got this beautiful Karri forest that's right there. This back in the day where I'm standing now, this would have all been milled. Part of all the original milling back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and it's all farmland, and it still is farmland now. It's all still working. They've got some cows roaming around, there's some emus, and it's owned by farmers here. So we're in this beautiful little spot for a couple of nights, in this beautiful little homestead that we'll be staying in before we head off to the bush and roll the canvas out. So we are expecting a fair bit of rain tonight. I know there is weather coming. It hasn't quite got us yet, but it's coming. Hopefully by the time we're out camping it's not going to be too wet. But we'll see how we go. We're prepared for it. This is just beautiful out here. Wow. How good's the southwest, eh? Alright, we've come into town. We're in Pemberton town. We're in Pemberton town now. We just got some lunch at a cafe in town. That was really nice. And now we're heading into the visitor centre because Pemberton is absolutely chock-block to the brim with history. So we're going to check it all out now. This is typical early 1900s front veranda of a typical wood cabin from back in the day, early 1900s. Jarrah, all made out of jarrah. It's beautiful. Now it's quite dark in here, so the camera might struggle, but they've done a beautiful job of recreating what it would have been like living as an early settler, a typical family that was working the mill, and they've set that up beautifully in here to sort of recreate that feel. They've got the beautiful old furniture. This is going back, 20s. Probably post-war, post-World War One, maybe prior, I don't actually know, but they've done a wonderful job at recreating that feel.
That's fine.
1920s they introduced a new record drag saw. It was hauled through the bush by either the men themselves or horse. Big long thing, petrol motor driving the saw. The legs or the wheels would lock in. The wheels would lock into place. Then you would have the big saw drop down onto a big trunk, big tree, and it would just chop it up into slabs. First of its kind, 1920 on. Milling had already unofficially sort of started around 1860, carried on right up to 1910. Then by 1913 they had officially opened the actual mill in the town, which was up at Big Brook, which is now Big Brook Dam. I think you can camp there too. But that was where it officially started, the mill itself. It ran from 1913 the whole way through 2016, which it had also moved to just over the other side of the road, which is the Oz West Mill. What do you reckon? Could you climb that thing?
I could. Do I want to though?
Yeah.
No.
53 odd metres straight up. I know I can't. I'll tell you flat out, I'm not even going to lie about it, I can't do it. Man, heights, there's just no way. I just can't do it, simple as that. Well, it's probably the really, really wrong attitude, but I'm just being real about it. I know that I'll end up in a situation where someone will have to come rescue me. It's just not worth it. I know that's how I am with heights. I'm just not going to even push it. We're only a few what is it, 2 or 3 k's out of Pemberton, out of town itself, which makes sense because these trees, these little huts were put up the top of these trees back in the day for fire spotting. Someone would go up there and spend a day or two up there and just watch for smoke in the bush anywhere, and then obviously send the warning, head direction they needed to go, stop the fire in its tracks. So they'll put, obviously all these towns are all early settlement towns from when the millers all moved in. So everything's built out of Marra, Jarrah and Karri. So yeah, a town could be lost in moments if a fire came through. Well, that's our couple of nights finished here at the little homestead we're in. From here we're going to probably head towards the Warren National Park, see if we can't get a spot there at Drafty's, right there on the Warren River. So we'll see how we go. This is called Warren Lookout. It looks out through this valley here, Karri Forest, either side, as far as the eye can see. And you got the Warren River just winding its way through, and if you spot it hard enough, the camera will never do this justice, but if you're ever here, you'll spot this definite little line that winds through the Karri Forest here. The Warren's about 137 odd kilometres long along its journey through here, eventually out to the Southern Ocean. It's worth remembering how old this Karri Forest is in here too. This is ancient, incredibly ancient, hundreds of years old Karri Forest through here. Look at the size of this big monster behind me. Karri trees don't have a big birth. They're not a big tree at their base. They just grow to the sky, slim and straight to the sky, and a canopy up top. And these, you can only imagine how old these would be. They're not a massive girth at the bottom in the grand scheme of trees, but for Karri trees, they're huge. They're huge. So they've been here a long time, a lot longer than us. I think that's quite incredible.